Hello everybody. This is a video blog of March 26th of 2010. And folks, this has just been a sad day for me. Woke up this morning, I was in a rest area north of Horse Cave, Kentucky on I-65. And there was a tragic accident that was 1 mile north of where I was, and tragically 11 people perished in that one accident. Truck driver going southbound, somehow nobody knows if he fell asleep or if he had a heart attack or blew a steer tire or what the case may be. Nobody knows. That he crossed over into the northbound lane, struck a 15-passenger van that had 12 people in it, killing 11 people, including the truck driver. There was 2 children in the back, or I don't know where they were located at. A truck driver who came up on the scene of the accident rescued the 2 children that were properly secured in child seats. The driver took the children inside his truck and to keep them warm. And I heard a story about that driver, you know, and his heroic efforts to rescue the children. Excuse me. Anyway, it's just a sad situation how it's just a tragic thing that happened. Of all my 12 years of on the road here, that's about the worst accident I ever seen in my whole career of driving a truck. And it's just devastating. My wife called me this morning, and it's even made national headlines. I mean, CNN is covering the story and everything, and my wife told me of all the comments that were made by everybody on this one story, and how everybody's pointing their fingers and accusing everybody, and accusing the truck driver for doing this and doing that. It's the truck driver's fault. It's the truck driver's fault. Well, I'm sorry, but, how can you point your finger at something that you don't even know nothing about? I mean, I'm sorry, but this ticks me off. Nobody knows what happened to the driver. Nobody knows, if he fell asleep. Nobody knows if he had a heart attack. Nobody knows if he blew a steer tire and lost control of the truck. Nobody knows if there was mechanical failure on his truck. Nobody knows. The driver is dead. I mean, nobody knows. So why are you sitting there writing stories on and you don't know nothing about the issue? Oh, well, yeah, it's the truck driver's fault. Truck driver's fault. Truck driver's fault. That's all you hear. All right. Nobody has mentioned anything about the driver who stopped and rescued the 2 kids, the 2 children in the van. Nobody mentions anything about that. Nobody mentions about the good deeds that ever happened in this trucking industry. It's all focused on the negative. And that just gets underneath my skin, folks. It really gets to me. I mean, you get a person that's never driven a truck, and you ask him, you know, they're just mean assholes, you know? They're mean truck drivers, they're nasty, they're dirty people, they're second-class citizens, you know, they're child molesters, they're perverts, they're, you know, I'm sorry, but number one, I ain't that type of driver that, you know, risk my life and lives around me of driving this thing because the way I drive it, I drive this truck to the safest and to the safest extent of my ability. I'm not out here, you know, driving recklessly and endangering people's lives out here. I mean, I don't stand for that. And I will not tolerate that around me. But I do admit there are drivers out here that don't need to be on this road. Truck drivers I'm talking about. I'm talking about truck drivers. There are some truck drivers out here that does not need to have a CDL, more or less a driver's license, period. Okay? You know, those are the drivers who reflect bad on this industry. Truck driving is not all bad, like everybody says it is. There are good folks out here. There are people that will actually take the shirt off their back to help out another person in need. There are good people out here. So, my point in this whole vlog is, quit focusing on the negative stuff in this industry, and let's see some of the positive things. That's all I'm asking.